giving that look to their children? Thank you, Amanda. Anyone else? Thank you. The glaring stare. Sir, what does that glaring stare mean? It means don't you dare. But I was this gorgeous toddler, age 3, of course I dared. So you know what I did? I went to the front of the bus. I got through the legs of the other passengers. I was only 3, and I got to the front where the heater was. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of attention. I took off a coat, not a red coat, but a coat, a heavy winter coat. And the people on the bus, they were just astounded. They were like, where is the mother for this child? It's the middle of winter, and there's this little child taking off her coat. She's going to get pneumonia. My mum was there with the bags, and I could see her. She was kind of trying not to growl at me. There was like this little smile, but it wasn't really a smile. It was like a, come back here. Oh yeah, forget that. What I did, I started telling them what my name was, what was in the shopping bag, what my father did, where we lived. And you know the British, we can be very reserved. But I lit their fires. They started talking to each other. They were laughing. I even got sweeties for my piggy bank. And I looked over at my mum, and you know what? She was smiling. I could see in her eyes. She was just so proud of me. So earlier on, I mentioned that there were 3 questions that I believe stops people from living their passion. And I want to share with you what my answers to those questions were. Defining your passion. I actually went back to my childhood. I became curious, nosy. Is there any nosy people in the room? Okay, so you're the ladies that search your husband's phone when they're not looking. Yay, love it. No, but I was curious. I decided to go back to my childhood, and I said to myself, what am I naturally great at? What do I love doing? Aha, the Red Bud story came up. It was connecting strangers, helping them to communicate with each other. That was what I was good at. Then the next question was fear. I spoke to you about fear because I lived in the public eye. It was almost as if I was a shaker. Being part of a very religious household meant that we had to be perfect as children. With one failed marriage behind me, being a single mum, the excuse I said to myself is that I will do what I'm meant to do in terms of my passion when I retire. And yes, I know, looking at me, it looks like a long way off, but it's around the corner, boys and girls. But you know what? I said, let me ask myself the what if questions. What's the worst that could happen if I started a business and it failed? What's the worst? So you know what? I said I would face my fear, because when I failed, just like that lovely Baranja said, when I failed, I would be able to get closer to what I truly loved, and that's what I did. But that's another story, and you're not going to hear that today. And the third thing was about procrastination. Do you remember time? So how many of us have a mobile phone? Those of you that are not raising your hands, I am very concerned. It's the 21st century. Have you got a mobile phone? Yay, okay. And on that mobile phone, there's a clock. And it tells us what, ladies and gentlemen? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yes, it tells us the time. And you know what? With time, if you don't use it, what happens? I can't hear you. You lose it. So you know what I said to myself? I am going to set myself some goals. Actually, it's going to be one goal. I am going to be my mama. My mama is and continues to be a tower of strength. And you know what? That was my goal, to be a tower of strength to women and tell them they could do it. So you know what I did? I just took little steps, little ones. I'm not going to salsa now. I know you'd like me to. But I took little steps towards becoming my mother, and that's how I decided to stop procrastinating. So, I would like some volunteers to come on the stage with me. And I would like my DJ, Raj, to get the music up, baby. My volunteers, come on the stage, please. Raj, come on, you're the DJ. Spin those records. And listen to the words.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
And I want you to have a darling. All right,
Come
back to
on,
back. All of
baby,
you,
light
back
my
to back.
fire.
Back to back.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Back to back.
Try to set the night on fire.
Back to back.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
One more there. And you can stand there.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Back to back. Back to back.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Okay, so why have I brought these beautiful women on the stage with me? The fashion show is later, and yes, as you know, we all look like models, right, girls?
Sure.
Let's show them our stuff. Okay, I've got some questions for all of my ladies, but I'm going to only ask for 3 of them to share their answers with me. So, lady in the white jacket, I've got a question for you, and I'm pretending that I've got a mic. Would you love to walk with someone who believes in you unconditionally and tells you can do it?
Oh, absolutely.
You would. Did you hear that? She would love someone who can do that for her. Young ladies, what's your name? Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Would you love someone to unearth your God-given talent?
I would absolutely love that, yes.
You would love that. Cool. And you don't have a badge, but what's your name? Nigara. We met a few weeks ago, didn't we?
Yes.
Hi, Nigara.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Nigara, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Would you love someone who's got years of business acumen to tell you what you could do better in your business?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely, yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have that vital ingredient. 32 years worth of corporate and SME knowledge. Yes, I know I don't look old enough. Black doesn't crack. Yep. You can laugh. In addition to that, I am 100% convinced that I can help you to build your business through referrals. Now, I've got 2 of my clients on the stage, and they've got candles, and I have lit their fires, and I'm going to allow them to just have 2 minutes to tell you how I did that. Here's my pretend mic. Aisha.
Hi. I don't know if you can hear me. Usually I'm quite loud. I was very happy to meet Cordelia at a moment of time where I was going to give up on my dreams. I was doing business blindfolded. Hello? Okay. I was doing my business blindfolded. Can you imagine when you're doing a business when you're blindfolded? You cannot see where you're heading. When Cordelia came into my life, she just had lit in my life. And now I'm doing my business with full eyes open and going straight ahead to my dreams. Thank you.
Yay! Woo! Ruba, get back in your circle, girls. Another woman whose fire has been lit. You see her candle?
Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Ruba. I started with Cordelia after 12 years of a full-time employee at the oil and gas industry, and shifting from a full-time employee to an entrepreneur full-time. Starting up my own business really needed lots of mentorship and guidance. And working with Cordelia for around 2 months, I was successful in setting up my business from A to Z and getting 2 projects on board with me. For one of them is for oil and gas company, services sector, and the other one is for one of the biggest universities in UAE.
Woo! Wow. So, baby, come and light my fire. Baby, come and light my fire. Let me explain what I do. You see these women? They are priceless. God has designed each and every one of us for a reason. It's not a mistake why these women have been designed. For them to take on the role of a company, it's a big task. But what I will tell you now, I will never ever give up on any of them. And I would like you to make a decision today. If you are tired of procrastinating, if you want to face fear in the face, and if you're ready to take action, go do it. Don't let anything come against you. And if you want to be in a community of like-minded women, come speak to us. So, DJ Raj, I'm coming off the stage. Put my music back on. And ladies, you can dance down the aisle if you want to. I think you didn't do that when you got married, right? You didn't dance down that aisle. You had your dress on, but you've got skirts on. So come and let me light your fire. I'm not going to leave until you leave. I'll be here. And look at these. This is going to give you an opportunity to tell me your contact details, and I'll hand them out with my volunteers later. Come on, let me light my fire, baby. Woohoo!
Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Come on, baby, light my fire.
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your fire's been lit. Can I see some burning? Oh, doesn't matter. We've got a lot of other things coming our way. And one of our next speakers is Dina. True grit, totally unstoppable, curious mind, insatiable hunger for knowledge, and self-improvement. I don't want to give away too much, so I'd like to invite the absolutely fabulous Dina Tajay.
Hey everyone, my name is Dina, and I want to share with you my story and how I was able to really transform my life. Growing up as a kid, I was very skinny. I never in my life would have thought that I'd ever gain weight. I used to eat whatever I wanted, but the junk food eventually got to me. And I gained 35 kilos within just 1 year. Crazy thing is, I didn't even have no idea that I was overweight. I thought, okay, you know, I gained a couple of kilos in my belly, it's not a big deal, you know? Until I walked in this hotel, in the bathroom with my mother. We were just coming from the beach, and I'm wearing a bikini, you know, all confident and everything. I walk in there, and this bathroom has mirrors from the ceiling to the floor, from every angle. Now, seeing your body from another angle, every angle is a completely different situation. I'll never forget that moment. I stood there, and I saw myself. I looked at my mother, and I'm like, Mom, I'm fat. She's like, yes, I know, I've been trying to tell you, I don't know how. I was stunned. It was really a wake-up call for me. And from that very moment, I was like, you know what, that's it. I gotta change my life. You know, I knew it wasn't healthy. I was too young, it wasn't right. So I remember I was so excited, I got back home telling my roommate, I'm like, that's it, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna go on a diet, I'm gonna go to the gym. Hold on a second, a gym? All right, that intimidated me. I was like, oh no, I'm self-aware of my image now. Go to the gym? I haven't been to the gym in forever. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. How am I gonna start? People are gonna stare at this new girl coming to the gym. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me just work with what I got. Let me just go for a walk outside. At least start eating healthy. I know it's gonna change somehow compared to how I was living. So I started going for a walk, eventually made my way up into running. And then I just got this energy, and I was like, this motivation. I was waking up every day looking forward to that run. And I said, you know, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take it to the gym. Oh man, I remember when I first went to the gym, I saw all these fit women there, these trainers. I always had a thing. I always used to compare myself to people. And I always thought, you know what, I'm not capable enough, I'm not good enough. I never wanted to put myself in a situation where I felt like people would see that I'm weak or I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, no, I'd rather not go, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna judge me and see that I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. So I saw the other girls and I'm like, wow, oh my God, look how beautiful, look at her body, look how strong she is. I'd never be able to do that. But with time, I started working out, and I started seeing myself get stronger. And I was like, wow, last week I couldn't do that. And then I started running longer, and I just started seeing the improvement within myself, because you can measure your improvement, because when you work out, you go out all the time and you get to see, wow, last week I couldn't do this, yesterday I couldn't do that, and it gets you excited. It gets you this drive. You feel it. You know when you're becoming good at something, it builds your confidence. You're like, you know what, I'm growing, I'm becoming better. It motivates you, it gives you this drive. That's why when people start working out, they get addicted. They start their day with a run because they want this drive within them before they go to work or before they do anything. They're just like, yes, they're adrenaline rush. They sleep better. They wake up feeling so much focused and alert and can just perform better at work. And that's why it's like so important that we focus on things that can give us this drive and make us feel good about ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need a fitness goal in order to start taking care of yourself or trying to lose weight. It's about trying to do things that can help elevate your mood and make you feel good, to want to grow, to want to go for your dreams, to want to take action. And this really influences every other aspect of your life. It's important that we focus on things that will build our confidence, because when we gain confidence and we see that we're growing in our life, this is going to affect how we interact with people when we meet people and the situations that we face, how we're going to raise our children to be more confident. It's going to affect every other area of our life. That's why it's very important that we focus on ourselves and focus on exchanging these bad habits that we created over time, eating junk food, emotionally eating, watching TV series for hours that we're not going to really benefit out of. When we can use these hours of the day and focus on things that's going to help us grow. Because me, out of all people, oh man, I was not a technical person at all. My husband, where's my husband, baby? I love you so much. This guy is my mentor. He is my best friend. Is our picture up here? You're not putting our picture up? I want to show him off. This guy. It's so important to have people by your side that you can really brainstorm with and that can really give you right advice and try to help